Yeah, a lot of people, Tosin, uh, when you left the call on the live watch along, a lot of people started commenting it. There's been some comments about it here before, and I was like, you know what, we'll at least entertain the discussion, or at least give our opinion. What do you think about all of the Safonov Chevalier stuff, Tosin?
There's no controversy thus far. People just want controversy, you
True.
know? It's very womanly, very gossipish, you
Yeah.
know? Like there's no controversy right now. I mean, we won 5-0. We've had what, 5+ clean sheets with Chevalier up until this
Yeah.
point. I think 7 in total. Safonov came in, did his job, had an admirable performance himself. But yeah, there's just no controversy.
It's just about
I mean,
contra.
I
I
don't
think
see
just
why you dwell on this.
no. I'm thinking about like the PSG fans' perspective, Tosin. They want to win the UCL this season, which means we need to have our strongest players on the pitch and our best performers. And they feel like maybe Safonov is the better keeper.
Do
What would be the answer to that?
do PSG fans genuinely believe that Safonov is a better keeper than Chevalier? If you do believe
Because
that,
of,
then I think
because of
it might not be
Chevalier's
the right
level this
sport.
season, yeah. No, Chevalier's
No,
level
no,
this
no, no. It's
season,
not the right
he's
sport
not
for you.
even been a top 50 keeper
You
in the world this season.
That's fine, but we looked at his stats from last season
Yeah,
and the
yeah, yeah,
season
yeah.
prior. We know what his level is. So
Yeah,
if you
we know
think
that this is not his
Safonov
level.
is better, then the sport is just not for you.
But that's the thing, Tosin. That's what I've noticed with a lot of football fans, Tosin. They base your level on how you're performing, Tosin. They can't really differentiate between performances and ability. It's like Verts, Tosin. They're genuine people who believe Verts is a bad player, Tosin. Not that he's massively underperforming and not playing good at Liverpool, that he's a bad player because he's been performing bad. Oh, it's the Premier League. He's gotten exposed. He's not a good player. He's overrated. We all know, Tosin, Verts is like insane. He's a superb player, an
He's a
offensive
coach's
version
dream.
of Pedri, basically. So
Yeah, I mean, Verts is the reason why there's a slot Salah schism in the locker room
yeah,
in
so
Liverpool because
I
yeah,
I think it's a little bit the same. People think this is Chevalier's level. People think he's why did PSG sign him? That's how they feel. Um,
yeah, and Chevalier has been like he's caused a schism in the fan base because we let go of an all-timer and Gigi Donnarumma to bring him in.
yeah,
Like that's just all it is. You guys want like I just feel like niggas have been like targeting Lucas from his first start, like from
yeah,
the moment he got
exactly. Yeah,
the position.
it's like a
So
little bit with us with the like do agenda before he started, before he joined the club.
yeah,
The only thing I
yeah,
don't understand is Tosin. We got heated at Due because he was playing like he was acting like he was prime Neymar and wasting time. Like that was stuff he was
yeah.
doing, Tosin.
He was
What I don't
delaying the
understand with the Chevalier stuff, be mad at Lucho. I've said this multiple times. Why send that negativity towards Chevalier? I don't get it.
yeah. That's a very good point. If there's someone to be mad at, if Chevalier ends up not working out, then
Yeah.
Lucho's the guy to be mad at for sure.
I wonder why he lacks in confidence. It's quite clear. First of all, the pressure of Paris Saint Germain, huge. Second of all, as Tosin said, he has to directly fill Donnarumma's boots, and Chevalier knows about that. Chevalier knows the heroics of Donna last season. Chevalier knows about PSG fans feel about him. He knows what PSG fans felt when Donna left the club. So he's always thinking about that. So it's just immense pressure on Chevalier, which is not making him perform at his level. Ouais, Charlian, ça va bien? Beautiful performance. So how many stinkers before you start questioning Chevalier's future in PSG? All right, fair question.
Champions League, first big Champions League game. Honestly, but yeah, if he costs us in a really big spot, let's say in a quarterfinal, you know, then
Yeah,
yeah, questions will be raised.
I g-
But I think he'll have
ha,
2 seasons. He'll have 2 seasons as a starter. So this
yeah, yeah, yeah,
season and the following season.
yeah. And to this dude, Had Shileb, if you're a Madrid fan as well, with you having Bellingham, compare it a little bit to Courtois. Uh, a lot of people have forgotten it, but Courtois' first season in Madrid was diabolical. I remember you guys lost 3-0 to CSKA Moscow at home. Courtois was ass. You lost 4-1 to Ajax at home. Courtois was ass. So obviously, I'm not comparing Courtois and Chevalier, but Courtois, top keeper in Chelsea, went to Madrid, had a stinky for a season. Chevalier, very good with Lille, nominated for the Yashin Trophy, one of the best goalkeepers in the UEFA Champions League. And with you being a Madrid fan, you probably remember Chevalier's performance last season versus Madrid away at Lille. So I'm just thinking, sorry, questioning Chevalier's future in PSG. It's very hard because Chevalier was bought in to be our future keeper for a while. So
It's not a question about how
questioning
many
his
stinkers.
future is hard.
It's not about how many stinkers. It's about
How
if
big the
there's
stinker?
the stinker. Yeah, how if it's the stinker, like in a big spot, a Coupe de France final, a Champions League quarterfinal,
Yeah,
something like that. A big spot with a trophy on the line. Really high stakes.
exactly. Yeah, because all of his mistakes, Tosin, they haven't led to anything. Yes, they have led. Maybe we're not first in Ligue 1, but we can complain about other players, Tosin. We can talk about Khvicha and Barcola not being good enough. We can talk about this dude, this dude, this dude, for us not being first in Ligue 1. So Chevalier hasn't really costed us. So yeah, I somehow agree with Tosin. Like when stuff is on the line, that's why people say we have a market agenda. It's not an agenda. It's because he makes huge blunders when it matters, and then we get
You think we should?
disqualified from trophies.
You think we should just? You think we should do that one day? If Markey has one more big error in the Champions League in the knockouts, not this Champions. I'm not going to count anything from now till the end of the group stages, but in the knockouts, if he does, we gotta, bro. Let me do a video presentation. Let me do a presentation on Markey's errors in Champions League. I will make a PowerPoint. I'll make sure they're in GIFs. Just to illustrate the point, man. That's if he makes another stinker. That's if he does. Because man,
Yeah.
I won't be able to take it. I won't be able to take it. Because man, knockout rounds, man, it's do or die.
No, for me, the happiest and most confident thing is this is Marquez last season. Last season, I was confident. This one, I'm 100% certain.
But
So
come on, 500 appearances. He
please,
had
man,
500
have a
appearances.
good ending.
No, 500 appearances. He did the interview, remember? Where he
Yeah.
said, I hope to stay here for a couple more years. He said that. Or at least he hinted at that.
Yeah. But yeah, so when it comes to Chevalier, I will continue to support him in this tough time. I think he deserves our support. As Parisians should be supporting Chevalier. We should be criticizing. We've been honest on this part. I've been honest about Chevalier. I've made videos criticizing Chevalier because he's had one of the worst goalkeeping debut starts to the seasons ever. I mean, he conceded only after like 4 minutes in his French debut versus Azerbaijan, which I think was the quickest goal a French debutant goalkeeper had conceded since like 1945 or something. So we should never deny the season Chevalier has had so far. But is that a good reflection of his future, of his coming games, of how he's going to end the season, how next season is going to look? I don't think so. I think Chevalier is the future goalkeeper, starting goalkeeper for the French national team. Chevalier is a player we've been interested in him for over 2 seasons. Legit has nothing to do with Donna. It's just Chevalier is massively rated by Luis Enrique, Luis Campos, the PSG
The
players.
biggest goalkeeper talent in Europe, man. Lucas Chevalier.
Yeah, so people can talk, people can question and criticize him, but saying like Safonov should be the starter, no. What I've said is I've been open to the idea of putting pressure on Chevalier by using Safonov, just like we did last season with Donnarumma. Even Arnau Tenas. I remember Arnau Tenas, it was maybe the season before versus Le Havre. And think about it, Donnarumma, we had many question marks over Donna. Should he continue? But we kept having faith. Why? Because we signed Donnarumma off that Euro Man of the Match campaign. We signed Donnarumma off, being a generational talent touted since he was 16 years of age. So if you believe in Chevalier, if you know the qualities of Chevalier, you would be like me. You would be calm and knowing that better days are coming. But if you don't rate Chevalier, then you will have this opinion. So all of this Safonov stuff, yes, here you guys got it. We entertained it. We talked about it. It doesn't make any sense. Atletico Bilbao next game, it's all about Chevalier's fitness. If Chevalier is fit enough, Chevalier will start. Even if Safonov had a good
Yeah.
performance today. Why? Because Chevalier is the number one. Safonov started today just because Chevalier was injured. But if Chevalier is injured, then Safonov would start. And if Safonov has a good game, we'll see. Our backup keeper is a really great keeper, and we're really happy with that. But it doesn't really
Yeah,
change anything.
we have a quality backup.
So yeah, I think that's enough for Chevalier. Why would you not start the better player?
The better player being Chevalier.
Yeah, Chevalier is the better player. Safonov, you could say, is the better performer. But the issue with Safonov, it's one game of sample size. If it was 10 games, then yeah. So performance-wise, similar level. Ability-wise, not same level, no.
Last
We want
season
Chevalier
we were
to get to his
calling,
best level.
bro. Last season we were calling for Safonov to replace Donnarumma. It never got. I mean, let's just relax, man.
Or why are you so patient with Chevalier yet so critical of Barcola and them guys? Why are you giving Chevalier special treatment? It's mostly because in Toko, he's a starter. He's a starter. And he's a goalkeeper.
It's
These
his first
positions
season
are
too.
different from other positions. Yeah, it's different from everything. And it's his first season. You mentioned Barcola. He's in his third season. Gonzalo Ramos, third season, all of them. And let's not act with
But
not
speaking
being
of
critical
Barcola,
of Chevalier. Let's go and look at the average ratings we've given Chevalier. I've made at least 4 videos discussing Chevalier. I haven't given Chevalier special treatment. The only thing I've done, I've supported him during this tough time. I supported Barcola during tough times. I supported some other players during tough times. But he's the goalkeeper. It's completely different. We're forced to support Chevalier nearly. Gonzalo Ramos, I don't have to support him. Why? Because if he's not good, he's not going to touch the pitch. Chevalier is going to be our starter even if he has a bad game. So that's why I've never understood the heavy critique and hatred towards Chevalier because, I mean, he's going to start every single game. What's the
but that
problem?
point
He's
you
our
made
keeper.
about if Chevalier ends up being a flop, obviously the onus will be on Chevalier, fine, but the onus should also go to the staff, like you said,
The management,
front
100%.
office.
They don't want to admit Lucha was wrong about Chevalier. Lucha also backed Ter Stegen. I mean, Ter Stegen was a top
Stegen's a
keeper
good
until
keeper.
like 2021 or something. So
No,
that
what
example
22,
doesn't make any
23?
sense.
Bro, he won Barca the league in 22-23 under Xavi. He
True.
was elite.
The only thing
He was
with Ter
elite.
Stegen, Tosin, he's had like UCL stinkers since like Roma. That's
No,
the
they're
only
just the fans just found ways to, highlight that when other players have been garbage.
True.
Like
Messi
PK,
was ass and so on. Yeah.
yeah, like Busquets on them nights, Jordi Alba.
Jordi
No.
Alba, yeah, especially at Anfield. Like he was their worst player that game. And that they don't want to admit Lucha was wrong about Chevalier. Ocean Rocks, the simple answer is me, you, Tosin, everybody. We don't know if Lucha was right or not. Because Lucha will be proven right or not at the end of the season, at the end of next
Yeah.
season, at the end of that season. If we win
Like
a
with-
Champions League this season with Chevalier, Luis Enrique is going to look like the biggest genius of all fucking football time. Because one has a team, won the UCL, and then got rid of one of its most important players. But at the end of the season, if we get knocked out, and it's because of Chevalier, not Dembouz missing a pen, not Vitinha having a stinker, not Hakimi being bad, if it's Chevalier, then yeah, Lucho will look like a clown. And we will be here sitting here and say, why did Lucho do that? We have a dynasty. Why is he? So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So you
so we fucked up some dynastic pieces, man. Like Donna, like you could Donna versus Chevalier. Time will tell on that. Time will tell on Donna versus Chevalier.
Exactly.
Not getting for me, not getting Ryan Cherky was huge in my opinion. Like not getting a right winger.
Yeah.
Time will tell, But Lucho, see, like sometimes with his decisions, I mean, we end up looking goofy sometimes, because he sometimes, finds himself being right, like with the TTs today, and John 2 and Mbaye, they came on added value. Last game, we were shitting on him.
And then, Tosin, you also
But
mentioned that during the game, he wasn't in the box. He
yeah,
wasn't in the
yeah, he
box.
wasn't. Yeah, you're right. He was on the sideline the whole game. 5-0
And
win.
I said this in my review and so on, Tosin. This felt like a continuation of that Le Havre game. Just obviously against a tougher side. It was quiet in the beginning, tactical first, I don't know, 25 minutes. But as soon as we got the goal, just played PSG
Yeah,
football.
before the goal, I would say we were outplayed up until that point.
Yeah,
But yeah,
how can I say, Tosin? Like they made us not have chances. What's the word? Like
I mean they
stopped us
defended well.
basically.
Yeah, they neutralized us
Yep.
in some ways. Yeah,
The club of PSG
but
status shouldn't gamble on a young keeper to be their starter. I mean, Chevalier is like 23. He's not 17. It's not Marin we're relying on. And what we did
Don
the
is
same with
25.
Donna. We did the same on Donna. We
Yeah, we
gambled.
got down.
You can
Yeah,
call that.
yeah.
And I don't know
2021.
why
How
they
old was
say
Don?
gamble. How is Chevalier? Okay, now when you look at his performances, you may say so, but Tosin, when we got Chevalier, that was not a gamble. Chevalier was the best keeper in Ligue 1.
In Ligue 1, yeah.
French, had shown it in the UCL that season, nominated for the Yashin Trophy. Like, what are we doing here, man? No, I did not watch the Barca game. When he deserves to. Again, this is the goalkeeping position. Let's take the left back position. If Nuno Mendes is in bad form and Lucas is in great form, I will sit here and say start Lucas Hernandez. Maybe if it wasn't like a huge game, but if he deserves
I
it.
don't think.
But
I
for the
don't,
goalkeeping positions, you don't do that. You never do this goalkeeping competing spots as long as the goalkeeper isn't cooked. For example, when Ortega started games ahead of Ederson for City, why? Because Ederson was cooked. There was no future for Ederson, and he left to Turkey. It's not that you don't rotate between your keeper depending on their performances, man.